What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys for joining each and every time you guys do decide to join me. But I got a special treat for you guys. Special treat. This video is gonna bleed into another video, and we'll talk about that later. But this one, I need to get you guys into 2024. I want you guys to see something different, see something new, and see what's coming. CVOs, CVOST, those are the bikes of the future. Even the newer, just a standard model 24, it's the bike of the future. But I got one that's a little bit above what you guys may have seen out there. Guys who went to Daytona, you know, we saw a lot of CVOs out there, but they just didn't get the mark, man. But there's one. I got it at the house, man. I got it at the house. We got a guest star today. All right, I'm gonna turn you guys around. And you can see what I'm talking about. There's Ray. Ray came by the house and he said, "Man, let me show off my 2023 and a half, man, CVO. I've seen a bunch of them, but there's none like this one, man. Ray, come on, man. Why did you buy the CVO in the first place? Let's get to that first. Because Ray got two bikes. He's got two bikes.
Yeah, you know, I got that gray CVO that I turned into a CVO, but I kept getting dogged. You know, George at All-American-Cycles kept telling me, well, that's not a CVO. Although it has everything that a CVO has except the speaker lids.
So you had a special?
Yeah.
All
it's
right.
a Road Glide Special 22. I kid you not. All the way down to the engine accents, everything. It looks just like a CVO.
Okay.
It's got everything except the speaker lids. That's it. And I'm working on it. But I just want to know the best person to go to. But anyway, I wanted a CVO. And man, when I saw this bike, the pictures of it, I did not like it. Right. But when I saw it in person,
was it the front fairing, the headlight? Is that what you didn't like?
The angle that they had on that picture, it was like the pre-release.
Yeah.
Someone leaked it.
Yeah, the little fake video. Okay, I got you.
It didn't look right. It looked.
But in person, it didn't take long to grow on you.
George got the first one in Florida. We all know that. Right. When I saw that bike, I wanted it.
Immediately.
It was instant. I started shopping around, and then Tony blew everybody out of the water. So yeah.
So where's Tony at now, man? Tell him. Go ahead.
Tony's at Palm Coast Harley Davidson. He's Space Coast.
Space Coast Harley
Davidson. That man, call him. He's
the
guy.
All right. I support Space Coast. Get into the motorcycle now.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna back up. I want y'all to see this. Like, I'm not even gonna do a slow pan. I'm gonna just go ahead and back up and let you guys see exactly what I'm looking at, man. Like I told you, a lot of parts on this bike just very hard to come by, and they look good on this bike. Hey, let's start from the front to the back. Ray, what we got up front?
First thing I did was the KST carbon fiber wheels. That took a good 3 months to get.
So the BSTs up front. What size is this?
The stock size, 19 in the front, 18 in the rear.
Okay.
Right now they don't have a fork kit to drop it or raise it, so I didn't want to do anything just yet. Eventually, the ride is so good that I don't think I'm going to change it.
Okay.
But if I do, once they do the fork kit, I might go to a 21-inch wheel.
21 up front. All right, let's talk about the brake setup. What we got?
I did Brembo brakes front and back with the floating rotors.
What's those, Galfer?
Yeah, those are Galfer.
Okay.
George at All-American-Cycles did it.
George gonna make you get those Galfers, man. There's no doubt in your mind.
Yeah, it's a wrap. He made me get the front and the rear, even though you don't really see it.
Okay.
Yeah, he sold me on it.
So I see you got a air breather, and it's a big one. Is this the stock one? No, this is not.
No, that's a Screaming Eagle. That's one of two that they have. They don't have many parts for this bike.
Okay.
So I'll get the T-Man as soon as it's available. But right now that's working with.
So they don't make the T-Man.
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
All right. So you put it on, and now you got. I mean, it looks damn good.
I did stage 1 with the Screaming Eagle tuner.
Okay.
George did everything.
Okay.
I put a T-Man oil filter. Oil pressure gauge there. Just I like how it looks, and you look down and you know how that you have oil
definitely
pressure.
Looks good on this bike, man. Very, very matched. You know what I mean? It's not like it stands out. If you're standing up over the bike, yeah, you're gonna see it, but it draws you in once you see it. So I'm looking at a bolt kit. I don't know what bolt kit this is.
Yeah, that is the
These are the bolts I'm talking about.
Performance. They come from Specialty.
Okay.
And it's a black chrome bolt kit for the entire engine.
Oh, it looks good though. It looks good, guys. Even up here. Yep.
Yeah, that's all the way around. I did it.
Yeah, that takes some time to do. Let's back up a little bit, man. Let's talk about this exhaust you got on it.
That is the Chrome Works. I believe it's the Outlaw 2-in-1.
Oh yeah.
Straight performance, no cat. Completely changed the sound of the bike, and I felt the increase in horsepower.
All right, let me ask you. The color is matched like perfectly.
Yeah, it's called black chrome.
Did they say, hey, this is specific for CVOs, or did they just offer like a black chrome color, or how did that work out for you?
It was the only thing that I found online anywhere that was black chrome.
It looks good.
So they come black chrome from factory.
Okay.
And I'm more a chrome guy. The other bike is all chromed out, but I went with the black. Everybody's doing black, but the black chrome, it stood out from the flat black.
Now, before we get too far, I skipped over something. Man. I'm gonna move back to the front of the bike. Now, guys, you probably didn't realize that that's a wrap fender. Now, I have not seen a wrap fender on a CVO of this color yet, and it looked like it's been pinstriped. It's color matched to the rest of the bike, and there's this little, I guess this is like the radiator guard also. They usually come in black, but hey, this man don't leave one stone unturned.
It didn't look right. It didn't look right black, so I matched it to the rest of the fairing. Now that fender is a Hogworks fender.
Okay.
But it came from the factory match. They're the ones that painted it.
So Hogworks painted it.
No, the factory match.
Factory match. Okay.
But it is made by Hogworks.
Okay.
They have 3 different styles. This is the wrap. As far as I know, I'm the first one in Florida with it. They actually gave me, this was the prototype that they put on their commercial.
Now, what about the pinstriping? It came with the pinstriping?
It came with the pinstriping.
Oh, man, that's hardcore. I really like it. Let me get on the other side, guys. Let me let you see. There's pinstripe. That pinstriping looks good. All right, so I think we cleaned up the front. I think we're done with the front and exhaust, but let's get to one of our sponsors.
This seat right here. This is the factory CVO seat. I sent it to George at Bad Boys seat. Bad Boy Cycle, I'm sorry.
Right.
I cannot say enough. He tore it apart. He took it off and put gel everywhere. It's much softer than the factory seat.
Right.
I went from riding 20 miles before feeling fatigue to I can ride this thing till I run out of gas.
Just all day long.
Yeah.
Now we talked.
Backrest, everything. The man is a master at seats.
We talked to George about this, and I think you were one of the first ones to get it done, right?
First in Florida.
Yeah, first in Florida, definitely. I think you were the first, period. You know what I mean? You got your bike very early on in the after these bikes came out, and I think the seat was one of the first things that you took care of. You sent your seat off, and I remember that we talked to him, and you pretty much told him how you wanted it, and looks like he was able to make it happen.
He made it happen, man. That the factory seat is supposedly Alcantara leather or some lie. George cut it open in front of me and showed me made in China. Right. It's cloth, and I got it wet one time washing the bike, and it was wet for 3 days.
All right. Hey, this flips down in the front, right? So guys want to get on, it flips down. Then it comes back to ride in position, and then you're off. And I think this would pretty much be like the Freedom Series style. You did the front and the back pillion.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. So he did the back. He tore apart the factory back too, and made you a seat. All right, so let's go on to the back now.
And the backrest.
And the backrest. So let's go over here. Yeah, suspension. A lot of guys don't have suspension on these bikes yet, and let alone have the piggyback style of suspension, and this is Öhlins. Öhlins, guys, is not cheap, and Öhlins is very, very much worth it. What you think?
Night and day. I mean, this bike had one of the best suspensions I ever felt in a stock Harley.
Okay.
But even as such, the Öhlins, I can't wait for Öhlins to come up with the front, cartridge for the front. That made it 100%.
So I'm telling you guys, he's one of these guys that get his stuff done very fast, very early. It's kind of hard to keep up because they don't have a lot of aftermarket for this bike yet.
Daytona paint.
Oh, this is painted in, guys.
Yeah.
This is painted in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you got that Daytona Bike Week?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, he does his bikes that they stand out. And I wouldn't bring a bike to the channel that I didn't believe that was like, you know, something worth seeing. And I've been trying to get him to get me this bike for a couple weeks now, and he finally brought it over here, and I appreciate it. Hey, so before we go, I'm definitely gonna have him start this bike up, but I want you guys to see that he even went as far as changing out the spark plug wires. I think that's a different shift linkage, right?
Yes.
Or is that's not okay?
Yep.
So even shift linkage.
Longer on the rear. The shifter is longer on the rear.
Okay, I see that. Okay. Yeah, man. 121 VVT. Yeah.
Yeah, even the badge that says 121 VVT.
Yeah.
That's not stock. There's very little stock remaining on this bike.
Hey guys, I totally ran right over this. Now, listen, there's not much you can do to them. They're just now trying to give you a can tune where you can kind of like put a cam in the bike. I mean, it's really not gonna do much as performance-wise from a stage 1 to a stage 2 because they haven't figured out the VVT setup yet. But it's coming. It's coming. Remember, guys, I've ridden the CVO ST. I've ridden a CVO with the VVT setup, and I mean, guys, this VVT setup is going to be the future. Makes these bikes very quick in the range where you want them to be quick. So just be prepared for that. But we're going to do a little startup on this bike. Can you give me a startup real quick? Guys, so there it is. If you guys are looking at an exhaust, oh, there it is. If you guys are looking at exhaust, Chrome works, looks very good on this bike. If you want that classic, classy look, you want that clean look, you want it matched to the bike, I mean, you guys have seen it for yourself. That's really the way to go. The elbow on the air filter doesn't look too far out. To me, it looks kind of like, hey, that's something that blends in with the bike. The wrap fender and the carbon wheels, guys, don't think he only did the front. I told you, we don't just do the front around here. We do the back too. We do the brakes, we do it all. Ray, I appreciate it, man. Bringing the bike by, letting us check it out. Let me introduce it to the channel so all my guys can see it, man. Bad bike. All right, guys, till the next time, I appreciate you for watching, joining, subscribing. Peace.